inside your heart. Undiscovered places, I know you're never far. Ooh, glowing in the dark, lighting up until tomorrow. Ooh, I am never far, right into your heart I'll follow. When you've got nowhere to go, into your heart I'll follow. When we'll end, we'll never know, into your heart I'll follow. Into your heart I'll follow. Looking back, all the things I miss the most, it all comes into focus. You're not around. Ooh, when you're gone, it's like everywhere I look reminds me I can't shake these memories. Yeah. I swear summer got a bit shorter when time flies looking over my shoulder. I fall for you when it gets colder. One part of me won't believe it's over. Trust
Amagbot says, scene switched to IRL phone, Bilabox Cloud, 12th.
Alright, hello. It should be working now. I fish to be 4th. Wait, I hadn't seen any people chat unless I missed them, so how many thoughts are there? See, there's me and a Megbot and Stream Elements. Okay, I forgot that I typed in my own chat, so that's another one. Okay, yep, that checks out that you're 4th. Wait, so that means an IRL stream, you can never be first. You can literally never be first. Even if you, because I'll type in exclamation start and then Megbot immediately responds. So you can never be more than, below 3rd. I mean, you could go type in chat before the stream starts. Yeah, kind of sad. You could type before stream starts. I don't know if that would count or not. I guess not really, Like, you could go hang out. You can beat Stream Elements, but yeah, on an IRL stream, you just can't ever be first. You could be sitting in chat before, stream started, and you still wouldn't be first. Sad. Oh, so this is that park I came to like a month ago or something, and walked along the sound, and then kind of tried to walk on some of the trails up here in the dark. So I just had to come back because I've never walked around in the woods. It's just like a maze of trails around here, like all over the place that run into each other. So, I'm actually not. I think I'm gonna go this way for now and see. That kind of seems like it just goes by the ball fields. Actually, it kind of looks like a trail goes both ways, and then they run in together. So maybe I will go this way. Because there's a trail that goes back kind of on the top of the cliff above the sound, and I thought I'd walk back down the other way on it, and that might run into it. I think that does. So I thought I'll explore the woods, and then maybe go walk along the water a little bit, but not a huge amount since we did that a lot last time. Oh yeah, but how are you doing today, Fish? I didn't ask. Just been talking about not being first. Oh no. Alrighty. That doesn't sound good at all, having shingles again. And hi, Mr. Winnie Cat. Oh, it's cool. My streaming app got an upgrade. I can log in on YouTube of it now, like I could Twitch, and it shows like viewer count and shows alerts and all that stuff. I assume it'll tell me if someone's subscribed and stuff like that. Oh, cool. That'd be pretty sweet. You can get a free upgrade. Oh, there's like a big picnic area here. Whole shelter and everything. Huh. Looks like there's a little trail that goes over along the edge over here. So I'm gonna go walk on that. Yeah. I guess there was one going through the woods here also. Yeah, like, I don't remember that much about shingles, but are they supposed to be like really painful? Or at least they are for some people. So yeah, hopefully they do go away quickly. I've never had shingles, so isn't shingles the thing that's basically the same virus as chickenpox, but kids get chickenpox and adults get shingles or something like that? Or am I not remembering right? So I was just noticing, what is this right here? Is it supposed to be like a mini pool? It has a drain over there on like the deep end. Like, is it like a splash area in the summer? I assume it might be. Where it's just like a few inch deep water or 6 inch deep water that kids can run in. Either that or it's made for I don't know, skateboarding or something, but anything else I can think. But usually you have stuff like the skate parks have for that, and not big concrete areas that they could hold water with a drain in the middle. Oh, over here's some bushes that are really getting flowers. What are they? Some of the stuff in that garden I went to the other week, like last week before, whenever I went there, we're starting to kind of get flowers, but not that many. I assume these are camellias. I don't know for sure. Oh, so what kind of phone do you think you'll get, Fish? Are there like certain ones I assume there's certain ones you can get for free. I assume it must be through, I was assuming it's probably through your carrier where you like trade your phone in and you can get a certain one for free as an upgrade. Unless it's something different. Oh, cool. That should be pretty nice. My Pixel 9 is pretty decent. Oh, okay. Yeah, the main thing I don't like about my Pixel 9 is it's a buggy mess. It didn't used to be so buggy, and the last big Android update that came out just made it horrendous. And they've never fixed all the bugs. So if you go install a custom ROM on it, I would hope that would be less buggy than, what Google made for it, which is, horrible now. But, it still works pretty good. Like, I have it in my iPhone. My iPhone is much less buggy and is overall nicer to use because it's, basically not buggy at all. And my Pixel 9, is, a bug fest. Cool. Yeah, the only custom ROM I've ever installed is back when I had a Nexus 6 back years ago when they were Nexuses and before you started calling pixels. And I put I think it was called CrygenMod, and then it basically got discontinued and they turned it into what was it called? Lineage OS or something. And that also, I guess I'm at the end of the park here. And that also didn't really have any bugs either. I liked both of them and thought they both worked really well. So it was basically the same OS. I don't remember exactly. I don't remember if one got discontinued and someone picked it up and changed the name, or if Lineage, or if something happened and then Lineage was a fork and everyone switched to it. I actually can't remember which one now. But it had a lot of nice features that the default ROM on Nexus didn't have. And I think it was less buggy. I know it wasn't more buggy. Overall, I liked it much more. But that's the only custom ROM I've ever used. Yeah, my iPhone is much better than my Pixel 9 as far as most stuff, because it's not buggy. But there's some stuff it just won't do that an Android phone does better. So I mostly end up using my Pixel 9. That's what my phone number's on. Oh, that's fine. It's blinding here. Oh, okay. No, I was just talking about there's a trail that goes down here. It was steps. Oh yeah, there's water way down there. Oh, I was just talking about the only custom ROM I've used, which I think was called CrygenMod, and then I don't remember if it got discontinued or if and then got changed to Lineage OS, or if Lineage OS was just a fork that most people switched to. I don't actually remember, but it was really good. But that was on a Nexus 6 before when they were Google's devices were Nexus and not Pixel devices. I was wondering if you'd be able to see the water up here anywhere through the trees, and you can. I guess in the summer you wouldn't be able to at all because there'd be leaves all here. That looks like it goes down right at the very, very top of the north end of the park. I don't even know if I walked down quite this far, but I'm gonna go along this trail first along the top and see what it's like, since I didn't walk it last time. Also, I walked up under another bush that had some really nice flowers and didn't even notice it. I guess I didn't go under it because I went on that trail, I think. But here's another camellia. So I guess it's garden flower time. I wonder how many of the bushes would have flowers if I went back to the garden that I went to last, I guess it was 2 weeks ago when I went there. Oh, so this is I'm back over to the other side of the picnic shelter and stuff. And it's a really nice day today. It's like, I think my car said it was 59 degrees when I got here. So, I didn't even notice. Hello. I'm sorry, I don't have any food for you, but I like looked down and the thing was like right there, like 3 feet from me or something. It's not even scared of people hardly. It's just, he just wants food. Yeah, I don't have any food for you. Hello. Is it gonna jump on me?
The guys in your band, their families, people he knows when he plays at all these different clubs.
Like, I don't know if you can tell on the stream, but it jumped right there. Like, I can touch this. Like, right there, it was like 3 feet from me. Like, it jumped up on the fence, and it's like, is it gonna jump up on me next for food? It's decided I don't have food, and it's going on down there. But I've seen squirrels not that afraid of people, but not close. I don't think I've ever had one get that close to me. Like 3 feet from me. And just like find to hang out there on the fence and hope I'll feed it. I wonder if it'll eat out of your hand if you try to feed it. It seemed like it might almost, be unafraid enough to do that. I knew I could hear something running out there. Is that a boat out there? I've been able to hear the waves, and then I've been able to hear a big, engine running. I guess it's that boat. Oh, you can see the mountains really well from here. Other than it's really hazy today, but you can see, outline of them through the haze really well. So many doggos around here. So Fish, you said you were backing up your phone. Can you just go to a T-Mobile store and get one and like switch today? Or do you have to wait for it to come in the mail? Or you're still backing it up anyways just to get it done? Big open area here. Oh, okay. Yeah, you only have like 3 days then. Wait, no, wait, today's the 2nd. You have 2 days. Here's about the best place in a while that you've been able to see through the trees. And I can go walk along down the beach. On the beach, you won't be able to see the mountains very well. But it's kind of cool looking down at the water from way up here. It's cool. This just like drops right off. Like this is all flat up here, and it's just basically a cliff. And then there's a trail that just goes along the water down there. And it's pretty. It's just like, it doesn't slope down towards the water at all. It's just flat right up to the edge and then just a cliff. These are the overlook benches. You come up here and sit at a bench. Just look off. Yeah. So you have a nice view. Oh, you can see down that way from here. I think that's the ferry. I assume that's one of the ones that leave from downtown that goes over to like Brainbridge Island is I think what it's called. I don't know. Is it Brain Bridge? Doesn't sound right, but it kind of does sound right. Oh, that is oh, that's where I went bike riding a few weeks ago. Because I couldn't go quite out to that point where that lighthouse is at. Oh, that's so bad quality when you zoom in that far. But I went rode along the other side along the shore and then like cut through there, and there's a little road that came down to about here where I rode along that way. I think I remember talking about you could see this park. And that was like the last time I went bike riding and streamed it. So it was like, I guess about a month ago now. It was the last day that was up in the like 60s. since today. It's about the same temperature today. So I think that's Alki Point, or I think I pronounced that right. So, that's pretty cool. I thought about going bike riding today since I haven't in like a month, but I don't know if I haven't. I like riding a while if I go biking, or at least if I go biking in stream. And I'm not really used to riding that much, so if I go ride like 15 or 20 miles, I kind of brutalize my knees, and I've already been brutalizing them enough at work and stuff. I kind of destroyed them the last time I went bike riding like a month ago, because I went and did that ride and rode like 20 miles or 18 miles or something like that, and then the next 2 days after that were my 2 first days at work, and my knees just couldn't take it. There's another trail that goes down. I think I'll keep walking along the top for now. So my knees get sad if I do too much stuff. That they get sad if I don't do anything, and I just sit inside, and they get sad if I do too much stuff that irritates them. So and walking makes them, happy, because it doesn't strain them, and they get movement. But I've been doing a lot of working that irritates. It's better work is better with my new shoes, but it still irritates them a little bit. So they felt better today than they have in a while, since I walked so much yesterday. So that's why I didn't go bike riding today. I thought I should just walk and give them another break. It'll hopefully be warm in a few more weeks, or I can just go riding if it's up in the 50s. Still not too cold, and when they're happier about life. There's this pile of sticks over here. And why is the dirt rate bad here? When I came here a few weeks ago, it was really good. It's just like the sticks people pile for little trees. A few weeks ago, or a month ago, whenever last time I came here and walked along the coast down there, it was really good, which I was surprised about, because it's like out of on the cliff. But I guess I'm just picking up on towers along the coast, and here there's actually like foliage it has to pick up through trees. There's just trails all through here. Oh. I'm just doing like, I walked down the park kind of along the road, and now walking down along the top. There's plenty of trails in the middle. Beach trail. So here's another one. Cool. I'm gonna go on down this way a little bit more. Looks like there'll be some nice views down the coast this way from the top of the hill. Guess these are pull-up bars? I mean, I don't even want to try to do pull-ups. I had been trying to do some pull-ups, but I haven't tried since, pretty much since I started working, like my new job. So it's been like a month. So I've probably lost any arm strength that I had gotten. Well, this starts going downhill now. I guess it does slope down where once you get to the end of this, there's like basically not a cliff anymore going down to the water. Hey, Ari. It was pretty decent, I guess. How was yours? I didn't do too much outdoor stuff. Cool. Yeah, same for me, pretty much. I didn't get a lot of... It was nice weather Saturday and Sunday. I had thought about trying to go bike riding or something. I kind of decided the same thing like that I did today, that my knees were too tired or doing something. So I didn't do a huge amount of stuff, but I did put new brakes on the back of my car Saturday evening. Like replace the brake pads and rotors so it doesn't pulse when I basically like go down hills anymore. Other than, well, it mostly doesn't. I guess the front ones are a little bit like that also. The backs were really bad. And then yesterday I hung out at the house most of the day. Oh, and then I did that stream last night, the one that you showed up. Oh yeah, I was gonna say near the end, but you actually pretty much watched most of it. The one last night when I was walking along the river that had been flooded. That's what I did yesterday. Tonight, I think on the way home, I'm gonna stop at Costco and get oil. and change the oil in my car because it's due for an oil change in like 20 more miles, which is I'm gonna drive over 20 miles next time I go to work. So oh, actually, I guess I drove enough today driving up to this park to for it to be due completely. So I think I'll do that tonight, get oil and change the oil when I get home. And it's so nice. I've been talking about replacing the back brakes for a while. Like, I ordered the stuff in December and never did it. Yeah. Yeah, if you get the oil at Costco, it's pretty cheap. And I have an oil filter already that I bought from Rock Auto that was really cheap. And an air filter that I ordered back when I ordered the brakes. I was already paying for shipping. So I went and ordered that stuff. So it'll, yeah, be a really cheap oil change. It'll be like, I hadn't bought oil there recently, but I think, so my car uses 5 quarts. I think last time I bought it there, it was like $35 or $40 for 10 quarts. So it's like, maybe it was 50. I think it's like, if you buy it there, I think it's less than $20 in oil change for the oil. And the filter was like, I think about $8. So pretty cheap. And my car is really easy. The oil filter is up on top of the engine, like right under the hood. So you can unscrew the oil filter and put the new one on and not get any oil on you or any on the ground or anything. And some people might think this is sketchy, but I don't remember what it's called, the brand, but I put a valve on the bottom of my car that I can just open and let the oil out. Like, I don't have it's there instead of the drain, instead of the, bolt that goes into the oil pan. So what I do is, it's the right size. You stick a rubber piece of hose onto it and put the other end of the rubber piece of hose into an empty oil container, and you open the valve and all your oil comes out of the engine. Yeah, instead of the drain plug, I have a valve there. So you literally, and it has an end that like a rubber hose can go on, and you stick the other rubber hose into the oil empty oil container, and you open the valve and all your oil comes out into the container. You don't drip any oil anywhere. It takes it a little longer to drain out, but not really, because I would never change my oil before when the car was yeah, I figured I had seen people talking about them on, I think, Subaru Outback forums or something, and Reddit, and most people said they were sketchy, and then some people said like they didn't think it was a problem, and I read about them a lot, and it's like I couldn't find anybody that had ever talked about them failing. It's like locked. It's like a, spring. I don't know what kind of valve this is. It's like the ones with a little spring lever that you turn, so it goes and locks, and then it comes with a piece of plastic to put over it that keeps it from bouncing in case the spring was loose enough that it could turn and open. So you'd have to have the plastic break off, and you'd have to have something hit it somehow, and it's up under the plastic housing, like plastic covers under my car, so you can just barely even get to it. I'd have to really hit something, or to damage the valve, I'd have to really hit something that just tore out like half of the bottom of my car to get to that valve. Like some cars, I'd seen people say they were worried about them hitting it on stuff on the road, because it does stick down like that far under the drain pan, where like a normal like drain plug just like is just barely below the drain pan. But like the drain pan is so high up in my car, up above all the suspension and everything, and I'd have to hit something and probably total my car before I even, before it would total the car, probably do enough damage to total it, and then, rip the thing out. So, by then, the thing's probably going to be totaled anyways. If I hit something hard enough to, actually make it up there. So as long as the, valve doesn't fail, I figured it was fine, and I couldn't find anybody on the internet saying they had problems with them, so I installed it. So it's great. It makes changing oil like extreme, completely like not messy at all. I never get oil like a single drop on the ground or anything. I really don't even get any on my hands hardly. There's another ferry coming in. But basically, oh yeah, I was saying, used to I wouldn't change oil with the car hot, because then you just get burnt almost getting oil on you, but I don't get any on me. So I can just let it all drain out with the car completely hot. I could go get oil at Costco and drive home, drive the car up on ramps and then let it oil out. As long as it's not so hot that it melts the plastic container that I put it in, it'd be fine. So it doesn't really take any longer for it to drain out, because I let it drain out when it's way hotter than I normally would, so it just drains out faster. So, but yeah, it's nice. It'll take me like 10 minutes to do an oil change. That's why I like it, because not messy at all, and it's just so fast. So it's like definitely worth doing instead of paying someone to change the oil, and I can do it myself in like 10 minutes. Also, it's kind of funny. I used to think changing the brakes was kind of annoying, like, more than doing an oil change. It felt like, kind of entailed. I hadn't worked on my car. The last 2 times I did was replace all 4 struts. And then the time before last is what I did. Oh, here's the creek that was coming down. But what I did the time before last was replace all 4 struts. And then the last time I worked on it is when I had to replace that rear wheel bearing that was stuck on, and I had to go get a slide hammer and just beat and beat and beat on it for hours, basically, until my hands were completely numb and destroyed and everything. So both of those times were so bad. Replacing the brake pads and rotors felt like just trivial, like I didn't even do anything. I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing, you know. Nice that it just seems trivial. I guess it's kind of bad that it seems that easy because it was so, you know, horrible working on the car the last 2 times. Yeah. Well, it's like when I was replacing the struts, I was worried that I was gonna freaking like actually injure myself because I had to compress the springs on the front ones. They didn't sell loaded ones, and you know, I didn't want to spend money on a expensive spring compressor, so I got those Lana Tool stick ones that they call death sticks that you can go, you know, Lana Tool from the auto parts store and use those. And it's like, if you don't put it on right and the spring comes off or one of those shoots off at you, it could really, like, you know, do some damage. So it's like, replacing brakes where you're not worried about shooting yourself with a metal rod or a spring hitting you in the face and caving your face in. It's you know, it's very trivial. So the spot on the right is the reflection inside the camera lens of the sun. See, that's why it moves from one side to the other when I oh, it doesn't do it hardly at wide angle, or maybe it doesn't at all. So these mountains over here, these mountains, that's the Olympic Peninsula. So like one of those is what I drove up. Well, probably not one of these. Yeah, it'll be pretty nice. Everything's blooming, all the flowers, and it's warm and, you know, sunny. And it doesn't get dark until 6 o'clock instead of 4:30. But yeah, not one of those, because the one I drove up was on the north end, so kind of probably behind those. But those are the mountains on the peninsula for, like, you know, where I went and stayed a month ago for those 2 nights and did the really long driving streams. Because this is the sound, so the other side of it, like the land over there, is the peninsula. Actually, wait. That part of it is not considered a peninsula. Not the stuff closer, I don't think. I don't think it's considered a peninsula until you get to the other side of the Hood Canal, but I'm actually not sure. Because there's the sound here, and it goes all the way down to Lake Tacoma. And then there's the Hood Canal, which had that other long floating bridge that went across. And it goes a long ways south. So I guess you're not on the peninsula until you get across it, which is between, like, you know, this stuff you can see in the mountains. Yeah, all the cars are getting on the ferry now. Earlier you could see them all getting off. You see now they're loading it. There's somebody down here doing bike tricks on the logs. They've been on that bike, doing all kinds of balancing, jumping one log to the next and stuff. Oh, they just didn't quite make it and fell backwards. They've been doing a lot more, way better than I can balance on a bike. Guess I'll go walk down a little bit. Hello, it's Lincoln Park. It's on Puget Sound in Washington State.
I would have recommend that getting the bike down here. You know? I like this place.
It's a pretty nice park. There's a nice trail that goes along the shore here. Yeah, it's really nice. It's nice and warm today. Well, they've stopped letting cars on the ferry. there's some cars pulled up to the end, so either they're changing where they're letting them on a different floor, or it's full. And these will get on the next one. Oh, now they're letting more back on. He must have got done filling up one floor and is filling up the next one. Or something. Or had room for a few more. So it should leave pretty soon. Well, now there's more going on. There's somebody else videoing the bike guy now. Which is pretty cool watching him try to... So he carries his bike up too. He starts up at the top, carries it up, and then like kind of jumps down on a log and then jumps down a few logs at a time, or a log at a time. He's taking a break right now. Oh, here he goes again. Oh, he got up. He was trying to get his front tire up on there earlier and fell off one time. Oh my gosh. Jumped the back tire up there. Now he's trying to go back up. I'd be like a real bike rider if I could balance like that. Dang. He made it all. That was impressive. Every other time I've watched him, he's like messed up down at the bottom and fell over, like lost his balance. That time he went all the way down to that one log and made it all the way back up to the path. I think we'll get up and walk down the coastaways. I'll at least walk down to the point, and then you can see down the sound the other way, like way further north. It's been fun hanging out here. So I've been doing it for a while. I was going again. Kind of fun watching this also. crazy. Oh, that's what he's doing. I think that time he set up a camera down on one of the logs and was videoing himself. I don't think he did it the other times. Because I had seen him get his bag off of that sign where it was hanging and went and like took something out and set something up on the ground. Yeah, that's what it is a GoPro or something. Seagull flying through. Uh-oh, the sun's getting closer to the horizon. It was quite a ways higher up when I sat down here. I've been sitting here for a bit. Oh, here's the ferry. The ferry's leaving. You hear engines just start up or rev up. Or at least preparing to leave. I assume. Now it's slowed back down. Oh, no, it's moving now. It's cool. You can, it's cool. You can go get out of your car. Or if you're a passenger, if you're a walker and you're sitting up at the top, you can go up and stand on the front there, and stand outside on the front right there on that like balcony, and watch. You know, when it goes across the lake, the sound. You just gotta, like, when you get close to the shore, go back and get back in your car so you can leave. Jobs must be really worth it to suffer that commute. Yeah, I mean, you know how long they've been sitting on that ferry because you know how long I've been sitting here. And there's been cars, the first cars that got on the ferry have just been, you know, I don't know, sitting there for like at least, I feel like 15 minutes. I don't know how long I've actually been sitting here, but the sun's about to set. And I think it was like up there or something when I got here. So it's gotten quite a bit lower. The ferries are kind of cool. I've gone across the Sound on one time, just for fun. Well, it's like I was going over to the peninsula on vacation, but I went on, took the ferry instead of driving through Tacoma, which is what I usually always do. Right, I'm gonna walk down there a little ways. Oh, my legs are starting to not function. I started to get up and it's like my legs got stiff. It was hard to get up. Sitting on this log for however long I've been sitting. Uh-oh, there's some seaweed here. Catsy would be excited. There's not a lot, not like the other park when I've gone to the Sound, but there's a little bit. Not a 5-course meal amount, but you know, a small snack amount. I guess he's moving up to a different area. But that's the bike guy that was jumping on the trees. To reserve number of picnic shelters and picnic tables, please call. Interesting. I guess you can reserve this. That's shelter number 4. Probably, yeah. Setting up GoPros, or probably was making, you know, TikTok videos. Oh, no, he found a wall here. I assume to jump up and down on. And I can't look out into the water. It's like blinding. Oh, there's somebody in a kayak or canoe or something way out that way. Like right by the sun. Oh, I can't see. I burned my eyes out trying to look at it. Now I'm looking at it through the phone. Yeah, see, there's someone in a kayak or canoe or something. So he stopped there like he's gonna try to jump up on the wall. So I wonder what he's planning on doing now. Sun's just about to set. It's like part of the way under the below the horizon, the very bottom of it. See, that ferry is way off over that way now. It's pretty though, the sun's setting kind of behind the mountains. Oh yeah, thinking about it getting, more like summer. Last time I was here, I stayed until sunset. And the sun was like setting like somewhere down around here. It always moves, way more north in the summer. Like in June, I think it'll probably be setting about like right there. Like actually behind the mountains. But it's I didn't think about that until I said setting behind the mountains, and it's like, oh, it is actually close to being behind the mountains. Last time it wasn't close at all. Oh, now the bike guy's down there just on the trail. It looks like talking to somebody. Looks like ducks are like, hey, somebody feed us. We're hungry. Oh, there's the sun goes. It's completely set now. Wait, so what is this right here? It says WPA 1936. Little survey marker. I don't know what it's supposed to be for. Is the WPA, is that an abbreviation or is it? I thought maybe it was letters for which way you were looking because they're pointing in different directions, but I don't know what it would be. Well, I guess I'm not going to walk along the water all the way to the other end of the park. I didn't know if I hadn't really decided if I wanted to try to do it or not. But there's not even daylight left, so I guess I won't be doing that. I could try to go down a little ways down to the next trail that goes up. And the next trail that goes up right there. And then walk along the top back to the car while I can still see where I'm walking. I think last time I was here, I stayed here until it was completely dark pretty much. There's street lights down here. But once you get up off this trail, then it's just like can't see anything. There's somebody there, a little kid walking there selling Girl Scout cookies. Now walk right down here, you can see way up the sound further north. This is like the point. There's a sign over there. It says welcome to Well Trail, and it tells about the different kinds of wells you can see here. Right out here. And sit out here, I think, or stop here for a few minutes. I can see there are different places around. You can see wells. So we are at number 3. Number 1 is where I went bike riding at like a month ago, and I think I saw wells there. Right around here there were a lot of people with cameras looking out, and it was something really big swimming out in the water. I didn't have a camera with a zoom or binoculars or anything, so I couldn't tell. But it was something that looked like, well says to me, that I could see out here from like there. So often seen is harbor seals and sea lions and river otters. And then rarely seen and occasionally seen. Cool. This is a pool, I guess, that's like open in the summer. There's a slide there. There's bathrooms here and stuff. No fires. You can't have fires on the beach. So this goes all the way down. The first place I walked out to where you could see the lake was somewhere up on the top of the hill there. I could walk all the way down there and try to go up that trail. Probably do actually, since I made it down to here, I probably do actually have enough daylight before it gets too dark to really see how to walk much. Oh, here's another one of these. It says the same thing, WPA, and then I assume there's a date, but it's under the rocks. This one has steps going down. No, I haven't. Oh, really? How did they get water for it if it's in the middle of the desert? So I think I'm gonna walk down here and go look at this thing again and just go up the trail over here that goes to the top. That sounds really expensive, trucking in enough water for a water park, which, I mean, I guess they can reuse, most. Oh. I mean, I know water parks, they can just it's like pools, they just run the water through filters and filter it, but it has to be quite a bit of it evaporates. It's like how much and how often do they have to truck it in? Seems crazy. So it's not near a city or anything either, or because I could see if it was by a populated area having a water park and everybody wants to go to it because there's no place you can swim there and make enough money to pay for trucking water in and all that. But other than that, it seems like kind of ridiculous. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can click on links in this chat. Or can I? No, I can't actually. Oh, so here's a statue that somebody made out of scrap wood, basically. Oh, and it has hair that they made out of sticks and stuff. Oh, yeah, I looked at it last time. It was so dark, I don't think you could hardly even see it by the time I came here. But yeah, it's like sticks, and then this over here tells about it. I think it's scrap wood, and then the top of it's sticks and stuff that they just, I guess, found, maybe. There's an artist based in Denmark. This sculpture is part of a series of 6 site-specific installations called Northwest Trolls. Oh, so it's supposed to look like a troll, and I guess there's 6 of them. I assume they're all in the Northwest. If they're called Northwest Trolls. I wonder where the other ones are. nwtrolls.org if you want to see where the other ones are. This is the only one I've ever seen. Yeah, kind of cool. Now I just noticed the water is way louder at this side. Like there's more waves coming in from the north than there is in the south. Which I guess I noticed that when I was walking also, because when I first was up at the top, you could really hear the water, and when I got further to like the south side of the park, you couldn't hear it, like, you know, the waves crashing from being way up there at the top near as well. I guess we're gonna go down here and try to head back up to the top.
Maybe.
I hope you're doing well. I told Mom when I
I think there's a trail right down here that goes up that way. Like it looked like on the other side of the building here, that was a trail that coming down. Oh yeah, I can see it now. It goes up along there. I can see there's a wood railing along most of it. So we'll go up that way. Here's the pool place. Closed for 2025. Doesn't say when it opens. Huh. Let me see. No, that I saw without walking up to it closer. Oh yeah, I forgot the water park. I couldn't click on the link in this app and it wouldn't let me. Oh, here's the other ferry coming in. But I haven't seen any more. So like, you know, the ferry we saw earlier leaving, there's usually one headed that way and one headed this way. Well, when I was here last time I had seen them coming both ways. But I only see one out there. Oh no, it looks like there's one way over that way. So they might be kind of backed up where they're both coming over this way, one leaving right after the other. Where when I saw them last time, the one that was headed west looked like it passed the one headed east about halfway across the sound. Yeah. Because it seems like that's quite a while that, you know, the other one got here like an hour ago or something and then left a while ago, and this one's just now getting here. And then there's a barge there being pulled by a tugboat, and I think that's the other ferry, like right there. It's way over there. It's so far away I can't hardly tell, but it looks like it's headed this way, kind of. See me? Yeah, could have. They do have problems with them quite often. Like, I mean, they have quite a few ferries, but I feel like I see some news article, like, at least like it seems like once a month, about one of them breaking down, or one of them, like, something in them stopped working and they have to like take one of them out of service for like a day. So it'll be like a whole day where they're only running like one ferry on a route that would normally have two or something. So then, you know, they're like half capacity and way longer wait times. This one sounds like it's slowing down now because I can hear the engines a little louder. Like they're, you know, reversing them to slow it down. Still watching a tugboat just pull a barge off the Sound. Oh yeah, I saw those and just didn't even think anything else about them. Yeah, it's like two of them. Like, one's a fish or something, and the other one's a turtle. Oh, back when you took the Sounder, like, I think you said you used to take the Sounder. It told me at one point, so I guess you'd have to deal with that. Like it would break down one day. Yeah, all the ferries are, well, so most of the ferries are really, really old. They have a few, I think a couple new ones that they've just put into service, but they've also been breaking down. Like, I think I read something about that one of the brand new ones that they had just put into service. Like, they only used it for like a few days or a week or something before it broke down one day. So it seemed like the new ones they bought might have not been built very well if they, you know, break down from the get-go. So here's the other one that looks like a ferry over here. It's still so far away, I can't really tell if it's coming closer or going further away. I think it would have to be coming back this way because the one that we saw left a long time ago, I think it would have already easily been over there. I don't know, that looks a little closer than it did earlier. So I think one of them must have got behind and they just got here, and then the other one's heading over here also right behind it, kinda. Oops. A great plane watching place. You can see a plane right here, And you can see 2 more that way, or at least I can see the lights. Probably one of the flight paths coming to or from SeaTac goes over here. Pretty sure one of my flights before, going back to either Nashville or Atlanta, I don't remember which one, flew north from SeaTac up over Seattle and then turned around up on like the north end and then flew back down towards the Sound. These all are going north towards the Sound, but they could easily be lining up, going up north to the city and then lining up, flying into the airport, which they do a lot in the evening, because you'll see them, like if you're someplace where you can see Seattle, you'll see them like lined all up across the sky, like the lights. Once it gets dark, you can see them easy, lined up to go land at the airport. That one I saw, it does look like it's turning around now. Yeah, it is turning around. So it must be what they're doing. See, here's another. I guess they're lined up, flying north, and then they turn around and fly back south across, over the city and then land. I guess I could go look on that site and see what planes they are and really see, but I did that one time when I went to the Sound down in Des Moines, if I'm saying that name right. That's when I found out about that site, because Fifi told me about it and calling out where the planes were from and stuff. It was pretty fun. Alright, so that is the other ferry, and it's definitely coming over here, because it's a lot closer now than it was when I sat down here. So they just got backed up, but we're headed back over this way at the same time. I wonder if they're gonna get this one, the one that got here, they're still unloading it. I wonder if they're gonna get it unloaded and loaded and out of the way in time to before this one gets here. I assume there's just enough dock for one boat at a time, but I mean, who knows? They might be able to dock them both at once and let cars off. I've never left from this ferry terminal. I don't really know how it's set up. I actually don't know if any of them are set up, even the one in Seattle that I've left from. If you can have, I think there's just room on the docks for one boat for each like ferry route at a time. I could. All I gotta do is walk to the end of the park and then just down the road a little bit. I could even walk over to take a look, get on the ferry, and head over there. You don't even have to wait in line if you're a pedestrian. Like, if I get there when the boat's loading, I could just probably walk right on. If it wasn't dark or it was nice to watch, I still wouldn't do it probably, but I'd be tempted to if I had Starlink where I could stream headed across. But I kind of doubt cell service is going to pick up all the way across. Actually, I don't know. I think I'd definitely have problems in the middle, or at least it being bad. I don't know, it might pick up good enough all the way across too. If this is Brainbridge Island over here, is where you'd take it to from here. I mean, that's not that far away. If there's I can see a cell tower right here is what it looks like. So I don't know. I might be able to do it. Oh, I think it'd be expensive. Last time I took it, it was like, I think $35. Oh, I think it's cheaper if you're a person and not a car. But yeah, if I took it and then had to take it right back just for fun, that would be way too expensive, spending like $70 on a ferry in a day. But I wonder how much it is for a pedestrian. I'm not going to today, but... Oh, this one over here is loading now. They got done unloading and they're loading. See? Oh, it looks so bad. I really need to buy a iPhone Pro with a zoom lens, and I could show you stuff like that better. Hi, Orchid. I think the only way to get over there is to go across the Narrows Bridge, which is an interstate, and I don't think you can ride bikes across the bridge. There might be a walkway or a sidewalk on it, but I don't think so. Hi, Orchid. I hope you're having a nice day. I mean, that would be rough, though, anyways. I'd have to ride my bike all the way down to Tacoma and then all the way north. Oh, it's probably like an 80-mile ride or something. Probably not 80. So from Port Angeles to Tacoma is, I think, 130 miles. I happen to know that it's something around there. I don't know if I remember it perfectly right, because last time I was up there, I was trying to figure out which Costco I could stop at and get gas, and if I could make it to Tacoma where the gas was cheaper before I ran out of gas, because I was like less than half a tank, and I figured out I could. I think it was 130 from, so this you'd have to, oh wait, to get to Brain Bridge, you have to go further north and then drive back down south, down the island. So anyways, it would be a quite horrendous bike ride. Like, way more than I could do. Got my pinched nerve under control. Sweet. Ooh, really? Okay, so it's doable, probably. It would just... doable as in my legs would give out. It actually wouldn't be doable for me. I'm pretty sure I'd collapse before I could do it. But it would be doable for the right person. That's awesome that you got your pinched nerve under control. You're not hurting anymore. Yeah, this ferry is much closer now. The other one's still loading. I looked over one time and they were... Yeah, hopefully it doesn't start bothering you again. Anyways, I don't really want to walk up through the dark again like I did last time. So I should go ahead and head up there before it gets so dark that you can't see how to walk. Oh yeah, fish. Last time I was at this park, I walked back to my car in the dark, and you were saying I should get a headlamp. Well, I still haven't gotten a headlamp. Right by Ari. Oh, I think you're playing Beat Saber. I hope you have a nice time playing Beat Saber. I kind of want to play some tonight when I get home. I won't stream, but I might go play for like 30 minutes just for some exercise. It wouldn't matter. I could have brought a flashlight, but I didn't do that either. So to walk back, I have to use my cell phone, and you can't. It got so dark here last time with my phone, I really couldn't see more than like 10 feet in front of me. So I was like trying to explore trails and see where they went, but it was like hard to. Ooh. Yes. Oh, what? The ferry's already leaving. Man, I'm pretty sure I might be sitting. Okay, I can't go too late either. Beryl's been going to bed early, and like really early compared to how she had been, and getting up really early. So like, what time is it? Would I even have time to play? It's 6:30. I was planning on trying to stop at Costco on the way home and get oil. I don't need to change the oil tonight like I was talking about. If I could, I probably shouldn't play past 9. Or maybe 9:30. But if, yeah, I should have time to play for like 30 minutes. If we only play for 30 minutes. I guess you probably wouldn't want to play past like 9 either. So I'm a ways from home, but assuming I got home in 8. Okay. I probably wouldn't. It'll probably be like 8 before I can play, because it's probably going to take me about half an hour to get home, and it depends on how traffic is, and then I would really want to eat because I'm already starving before I play, and that's probably going to end up taking about 30 minutes. And I still have to go back to the car. So from right now, probably best case is like playing in an hour and a half from now. Yeah, okay, cool. So here we are, 2 ferries. So I'm pretty sure that one, they unloaded it and loaded it faster than normal. So I think they must have, or at least it seemed like they unloaded it and loaded it faster than the one earlier, which it is later in the day. There might have been less cars trying to get on it. But I assume they also probably unloaded and loaded as fast as they could to get out of the way of the other boat. Because they just like left like a few minutes ago and the other one's already here. So like they almost made the other one wait on them. Like last time I was here, when they were passing each other like this, it would be like way out there in the middle of the sound, not like, you know, 5 minutes after the one just left. Right. No more delays. I'm gonna have to go use the restroom here. The bathrooms are still open. And then try to walk back to the car in the dark. I guess I've pretty much walked back until you almost can't see, but it's not quite as dark as last time. Sound, it's Puget Sound, so it's salt water. Like it's basically a big body of water that comes off the ocean. So it's at sea level and it's salt water, or mostly salt water. Like you have seaweed in it and seagulls and stuff like that. So it's like the Pacific Ocean from here is over on the other side of those mountains. And then north of the mountains, there's a strait is what it's called. Like this just giant body of water that comes in from the ocean. And then the Puget Sound, I don't remember what it's called, the name of it. I just know it's a strait. And then Puget Sound smaller, and it's called a sound. That's all the different kinds of bodies of water that, like, you know, comes off of oceans. So it's all seawater and, you know, at sea level. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm going to go use the restroom and then head back up towards the car. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes or something. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Alright, I am back. Man, it's starting to look quite pixelated, even not on wide angle, because it's, oh goodness, wide angle, you can't see anything. The phone lights it up good. I can't see at all, hardly. Or I can, but not great. Yeah, it's cool. I think I remember kind of vaguely learning all that stuff in school, like what a sound was and stuff like that, but forgot most of that stuff. So the only reason I actually don't know exactly what a sound is, like definition, like what makes something a straight or a sound. But I know this is a sound and stuff just from living here. So I have more of a clue of what a sound is compared to. All right, so I can go down there and walk back up to the car, or I can go up that trail. I'm thinking I'll just go down here and go back up the trail that I've been on before. I could look at a map and see where that one comes out at, but I actually don't think I'm quite as far south as I parked. Actually, should just look at the map. Let me up here and try to do it real quick. Oh yeah, fish. One thing I hate about my Pixel, other than it being glitchy, is my iPhone, the screen works way better. Like, I put my gloves on now because my hands are getting cold, and my iPhone screen works just fine through the gloves. My Pixel screen, you have to really push down hard on it, and it doesn't really work. Like, I pretty much need to take my gloves off to use it, which is just irritating. I should just go back this way. The other trail is way far. We'd have the nice view here. No, that actually probably would be better, because you go down the road and then you go down the coast and you kind of come back on the road. Where if I go up that trail right there, then I'm just gonna have to go through the middle of the woods, and it's gonna be like, you know, pitch dark in there in the middle of the woods. Oh, I see. Yeah, I have so my bike gloves, they work on my Pixel just fine with their touch sensors, but most of my other gloves have, like, you know, touch phone pads, or like I said, sensors of pads, the touch phone pads where you can use them with phones. But my Pixel screen is not sensitive enough to work on really any of them. My Pixel 7 was the same way that I had before I got this Pixel 9. So it's just iPhone has a especially sensitive screen, like, which is kind of, even without gloves on, easier for me to type on it also. Like, it senses heat better, so it actually works through gloves. But I think it also does better at accurately sensing where you're typing, because, like, you know, if I'm typing with a phone in portrait mode, where the keyboard's kind of small on the bottom, I fat finger stuff less on my iPhone than I do on my Pixel. Like, I seem to. I use my Pixel everyday use. Like, I'm using the iPhone to stream. It's better for streaming because the better app. I use a Pixel for, like, what my phone number is on, because Android works with some stuff better than iOS. But my iPhone, hardware wise, is definitely better than the Pixel. Like, the screen works better, and it has better sound quality if you're listening to sound, like music, on the phone speakers. You know, I used to freaking hate Apple and Apple products, so it actually kind of still, like, pains me to say that, but my iPhone is by far better hardware wise. It's just, you know, kind of locked down software wise, the really good hardware. See, this trail is pretty nice. It has street lights, so you can still kind of walk here at night, except for the one up ahead just went out. Safari's still loading. But yeah, as far as like if you're thinking about getting a Pixel 10, I don't think Pixels are bad. Yeah. And it's not that much better quality either. I still had my Pixel 7 when I got my iPhone, and the iPhone had way better quality in my Pixel 7, but my Pixel 9 has way better quality in my 7. So the difference between a Pixel 9 and an iPhone is just a little noticeable, or I'd say it's more. I think I can notice it, and the iPhone still sounds a little better to me, but it's not like a drastic difference like it was between my 7 and the 9. And if you got a Pixel 10, it's probably has better sound than my Pixel 9, or you would think just as good. Now look, Jerry's, well, I don't see it moving yet, but its engine's just, oh, now it's moving. I heard the engine start rev up, and now it's moving just a bit. And I don't know where the other one is. Maybe at the other shore. Oh, yeah, I would think so. I would think anything new you got would be a jump up in quality from that. Yeah, that's the one thing I hate about new phones, not having SD card slots. And they charge you so much for the extra storage, and I never pay for the extra storage. And then I'm like really limited to what I have on the phone. Like my iPhone, I don't hardly have anything on it, so the storage is mostly empty, so I can still record the streams. But my Pixel is like just about full. I have so many apps on it and pictures and stuff. Like, not quite. So I think I have like 30 gigs of storage. So I mean, it's close to full. Like if I wanted to go record a lot of like, you know, really like high quality video all at once, and I couldn't like upload it, you know, for like, you know, a week or something, I would run out of storage. Like it's mostly fine, but a little limited. You can also, if you want to, you know, if you're like running out of room in video, like if you go on a trip and you're recording a lot of videos or pictures and you run out of storage and you don't have good internet and you can't back it up, you can also get USB drives that, like, you know, USB-C drives for phones that you can plug up to the phone and copy the stuff over and get it off your phone. Anyways, I keep going down. But you know, you have to unplug it to like charge your phone and stuff then. So it's not really practical to just keep one plugged up to it all the time. So it's not, you know, really SD card replacement, but it's better than nothing. Getting a USB-C drive that you can get, these like little bitty ones that, like, you know, just plug up to the bottom of your phone. You can just keep plugged up to them. Oh, cool. So Linux, I guess, is a lot better than Windows for like backup stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go up this trail, is I think what I came down. You know, I actually think I won't. I think I'll just go on down to here, because I think the water still looks okay on stream. And instead of just walking up through the woods. Looks like somebody has a fire at this picnic shelter. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I need to install. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. See a fire over here. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. That there'd be a lot more people, tinkerers on Linux, so there'd be a lot more stuff like that developed. All right, here's the other trail. I'm just gonna go up this one. I don't know through the trees there. I think that's the moon, or it might be a light from the city. But that just reminded me. Did you know there's a solar eclipse tonight happening? It's like the last one for the next 3 years or something. You have to get up at like 3:30 a.m. to watch it. I think it's or 3. I think it's supposed to be somewhere between like 3 and 4 a.m. Pacific time, but yeah. So I'm probably going to be tired tomorrow because I'm thinking about solar eclipse. Yes, I said solar eclipse. I meant lunar eclipse. I swear I'm not stupid. I know the difference. I just, my brain, I said the wrong word. It's like, I'm used to saying solar eclipse more than lunar eclipse, so I just thought, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to talk about an eclipse. Okay, yeah, solar eclipse. There's a lunar eclipse tonight. All right, we're going into the darkness. Where you can, actually the phone's doing quite well lighting it up. You can kind of see the trail I'm going up. So yeah, lunar eclipse tonight. I'm kind of thinking about getting up to watch it, at least for a few minutes. So it'll be like sleep a few hours and then get up and maybe stay up like 30 minutes. Or, I mean, it's gonna be freaking cold and I'm gonna be cold from laying in bed or getting out of bed. So I actually don't know if I want to stand outside for 30 minutes and watch it, like the whole, like part of it changing. But I think I will get up and at least see if I can see some of it from our house. If there's not like trees or mountains or something in the way. I assume it'll be right on the horizon. Because I think when lunar eclipses usually happen. I don't remember keeping up with it and actually watching a lunar eclipse since, like, I don't know, back when I was a kid. I might have seen one since then, but I don't think I have in the last like 25 years or something. 30 years. Probably 25 years. So this would be really cool. So I think I'm gonna get up in the middle of the night and see if I can, like 3:30 or something, and see if I can see it. All right, we made it up to this parking lot. I parked at a different parking lot, so we're gonna go back into the darkness here, where it goes along the road a little bit, and head up to that parking lot. If I had planning on staying until it was dark, I might have came down here and saw if there was parking here, because this one you can just walk from the trail right up to the parking lot. and it's mostly lit, but you know, I can kind of see where I'm walking. I mean, I came pretty good. I don't know if you can see that good where I'm walking. I mean, I'm just on a paved trail, so I can see just fine. Oh, there's a last view of the water through the trees. The trail on the top that I did earlier, where you can see off along the one that went along the top of the cliff, that'd probably be a really nice one to walk, like right at sunset, like where it's still light enough you can see how to walk under the trees, and the horizon's lit up really nicely. Yeah, the lunar eclipse tonight, you're supposed to be able to see it throughout the whole US. I think pretty much all of North America, unless you can't see it if you're so far north in Canada. I don't know. But it's like, so, you know, most of the people that's watching should be able to go see the lunar eclipse if you want to. All right. Go up this way. Actually, I don't know why north would make it too far north and make a difference. The moon's going from east to west. Like right up there. It's really bright tonight. Well, this part has mud holes. I remember it being like that last time. You have to try to not stop in a mud hole in the dark. Oh yes, I see. Here's the moon. It was really bright last night, just full, like just complete full moon. It is tonight also. Be really cool. Whoa. Almost stuck in that mud hole. Oh, okay. Wait, so you're saying you won't... I was thinking the article I read said that you'd be able to see it on the... Well, okay. I don't remember the article that I read saying where you'd be able to see it exactly, but it had the times in EST and PST and like all the time zones, and I thought, well, there's no reason they'd give you EST times unless you can see it on the East Coast. Okay, so maybe what I said is wrong and you can't see it overall in North America if it's mainly just happening over the Pacific. I didn't know anything about it until last night, and my phone, like, freaking Google tries to get me to read articles, and Google decided, oh, okay, it's just a partial one over there. That makes sense. Alright, so that's why I had all the times. Yeah, I only saw one article. Google decided I wanted to read about a lunar eclipse, and it's like, oh, well, I do want to read about a lunar eclipse. I'm glad you told me about this, or I wouldn't have known it was even happening. Because Google's creepy. Google knows what I want to read more than I know what I want to read. It's really creepy. It might be a little exaggerating, but it's mostly true. But yeah, so I saw that and it's like, oh, I want to. That's worth getting up in the middle of the night to look at. All right, we've made it back to the car. Now if I can figure out. Separate the entire eclipse from parts of it. Oh, okay, so from total eclipse to partial eclipse, I assume what that means. So anything south, west of, you said Los Angeles to Boise, Idaho, you'll be able to see a total eclipse. Cool. I'm definitely west of Boise, Idaho. I guess you, and I guess you're west of that line also. Let me look at the traffic and decide what I'm doing, if I'm ending stream now or later. It is 7 o'clock. If we're gonna try to play Beats Over at like 8 or something, I don't think I should go to Costco on the way home. Which is fine. It's not super on the way, any of them from here. So, I could just go drive to Costco tomorrow and change my oil then. Crazy on the mouth is a bit confusing though. Yeah, the phrasing of the whole article I read was a bit confusing about where you could see total and partial eclipse at. And I tried to find a map just in the few minutes that I looked at it on, like, searched on Google and tried to find a map of where you could see it at, and didn't find one, or not a decent one, that really showed. So I was looking at another site and saw that you would be able to see it in Seattle. And it's like, okay, well, I should be able to see it then, if it's not cloudy and there's not like something in the way. Alright, cool. Oh, dang it, that reminds me. I didn't ever open the other link for the... I was going to open it on my Android phone, and I think I started talking about the ferry or the mountains or something. Can I scroll that far up? I actually can. Cool. I was gonna look at that Wikipedia link for that water park in the desert. Wait, where is it? Oh my, wait, this app scrolls all the way up to yesterday's stream. I didn't realize it saves that much chat. I scroll all the way up and it's like, where am I at? And figured out it was from yesterday's stream. Okay, cool. Thank you, fish. I like learning about funky stuff like that. So it's like, I want to go read about the freaking water park in the middle of the desert. That just sounds, you know, hilarious. Yeah, that's why you told me about it. It's like, I want to make sure I don't, like, forget and I actually read about it, because that just seems so freaking weird. It's like, I want, you know, want to read about it. Kind of like that garden that I actually got to show people that I had talked about before when I went to North Cascade, where they made that botanical garden and they had to heat it in the winter to keep the stuff alive because it was so far up in the mountains. And it was the power company that made it, and I think one of the things said the guy that made it to demonstrate what you could do with power. So electricity, so basically like demonstrated that you could have a botanical garden living in the mountains when it's too cold, because you can just heat it over the winter. So that was just like kind of ridiculous also, that, you know, they decide to go plant a garden someplace where you have to heat it in the winter to keep it alive. But it's just like, you know, really interesting to read about that somebody did that. And then, so, you know, some of the stuff there, you can tell it used to be a garden, and some of the stuff is alive, I guess the more cold hardy stuff. But like, you know, yeah, most of it has died because they don't heat it anymore and keep it alive. Some of the trails are still open, but other than that, it's like abandoned, basically. But it is kind of cool. You can tell like there used to be a garden there. Oh, my hands are cold. I waited too long to put my gloves on, and then I finally put them on. It's not that cold. It's only 55, but I guess I've been out for a few hours. It's like my right hand doesn't, my fingers don't want to bend. I'm trying to use my phone and they're like freaking stiff. Oh, that Costco is further north than I realized. Alright, cool. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and end stream here, because all I'm gonna do is just drive home. Alrighty, yeah. I'll try to be ready around, like, I was saying it'd probably be at least 8 before I was ready. It probably will still be at least 8. That's like in about an hour. So probably sometime between like 8 and 8:30. And then maybe we can play the 30 minutes and stop by 9. I'll try to be ready by like 8 or 8:15. I just need to drive home and then go eat something really fast, drink some coffee, and then leave. But yeah, I'll let you know. I'm just gonna go ahead and end stream here, because I'm gonna drive home, and I'll have to like stop someplace, and I don't think it's that super exciting watching me just drive down the road in the dark. I mean, it's gonna be street lights where you can see as much as you can hear, but not like, you know, as nice as the sound. So since I'm trying to get home faster and play Beat Saber, take less time if I go ahead and stop here. So let me find someone to raid. My hands don't work. At least my knuckles stop swelling up in my fingers when I do get my hands this cold that they don't bend. Who the heck do I raid? Let's see. So there's rate mapping Beat Saber, and there's Void start playing Synth Riders. There's Alan Fulmer streaming music. That might be the coolest thing to go from IRL stream into music. Well, synthwriters is music also, but is he? Synthwriter. Oh, okay. He's fixing to stop synthwriters, but then he's gonna play Beat Saber. Alright, so I guess I'll just raid Void Star since I'm going to just leave raid and run. Since I need to go ahead and drive home. At least it sounds kind of like fixing to switch from synthwriters to Beat Saber. Alright, I'm gonna raid Void Star. You guys can watch synthwriters and Beat Saber if you want to. Thanks for hanging out, watching. I hope it was enjoyable. I had a lot of fun. It was so nice today, being like 60 degrees. I mean, it's still only 55 now. I don't know why my hands got so cold. I guess just from, I did a lot of near the end just sitting down on the beach, not even walking, not making any heat. So, but yeah, it was a really nice day. Nice time for a walk. I might stream tomorrow. If I do, I'll probably try to in the afternoon so I don't just like stream all the way through like serious stream and miss it. Then I think I work Wednesday and I know I work Thursday and Friday. So probably won't stream those days. So, you know, I'll try to stream something tomorrow maybe. If I don't, maybe Saturday or Sunday. Like my next like days off. So, guess we'll see. But yeah, race 6 to start. Bye, Ari. Hope you have a nice night. Oh, Ari, it'll probably be